Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of From Zero to Magos. It's been a while since I made a video about the Magos Madrid, but I'm back. Christmas holiday is over and maybe it was a Christmas holiday that I didn't put enough attention in the team, but things aren't going too well. You could say that the fans have started waving their Hankies. The Hankies are out, also the hashtag of this week's episode of the Wendercast. In this video, I want to talk about that, like why are maybe things not going so well, and in general, how is my season going? I'll do it in the same format as before. So first we do the quick overview, then dive a bit deeper into the data, look at play progression and looking ahead. So let's start with the quick overview. So as I said, in the league, things are really not so well. They aren't looking very good. Let's go to the Diamond League standing, how things are going. So we are currently 11th with only 8 points out of 11 matches. That is pretty bad, especially compared to last year. Only one team did worse, Ryan's MFC with 6 points. Then Goldfeather's 9, and there's already a 4-point gap to the 9th spot, which is the relegation playoff. And the safe spot 8 is 5-point gap. So it's not like the end of the world, but we really have to do very well in the second half of the season to not relegate, which is the main objective of the season. On Twitter, with some posts, I also call it a season of two tails. So on the one hand, this is going terrible. Like if you look at the league standing, it's not looking good. Also, we only scored 6 goals, for example. That's really bad, especially compared to last year. But then, if you look at the cup, things are totally different. So let's check out the Titans Cup, how that's going. Titans Cup, we ended first with 15 points, 5 wins, and only 1 loss with a goal difference of 10. So we did a much better job in the Titans League. And we were there with 2 diamond teams, also BFG Manchester and Club Atletico Tango, and 1 plat team, Interbros MFC. So I don't know why, but for some reason we did much better in the cup. And also yesterday, we can check out that match. We won 5-0 against the Interbros. So we scored almost as much as our whole season in Diamond in just one Titans Cup match. So that says a lot about those 2 stories. So the cup is going really well and the league is going quite bad. So it's time to do a little bit of analysis, dive a little bit deeper into the data and see why are we doing so bad, and do the Hankies, are they deservedly out, or can we still fix the season, and should people still put trust in me? So let's look at the data, let's dive deeper. So here we are with the data of the league only, so it's not the cup. As you just saw, the cup is going very well, but the league not so much. And in previous episodes, also season 1, I always focused on the league. So let's continue with this. So what are the basic stats? Is that we played 11 games, won 2 games, 2 draws and 7 losses, which is pretty painful. Also only 8 points out of those 11 games, of course. 0.7, I told you before, you need at least 1 point per game to have a chance of survival. Probably 1.2. So we're really far off that mark. Only 6 goals. Only like half a goal per game. And we conceded 17. So, offensively, I think this is really the weakest part. And also the data backs that up. So we played 11 games, 29 shots on target. Only 6 goals out of those shots. With an XG of like 10.9, so let's say 11. This means we have a negative saldo of -5. So we really are underperforming in terms of XG. While last season, as you recall, we were really overperforming in terms of XG. And I think this already says it all. Now the question is, how can we fix that? Maybe later we can talk about that. So defensively, 11 games, 54 shots on target, 17 goals with an XG of 19. So the opposition, this is good, they are also underperforming. They're scoring less than the XG. So the defense is doing pretty well. But the offense, that's the problem. Luckily is still scoring with his 99, shooting 8 goals. Then our other 2 strikers are also relatively productive, 4 goals and 4 goals. And Paulus, our left mid, has now 3 goals. You probably think, how come you suddenly have so many goals? Because I took all the goals from the cup also to give a better picture of which players are performing well. So in the cup we do score a lot, and there Ba still shows he's probably the best finisher, the best striker for us. Assists, the Wolf is our backup right mid, and he has 4 assists the most. And that's mainly from the cup. He's only playing usually in the cup. So maybe I want to consider him as a starter maybe. Kyrgios or Kemba 3 assists, he is a starter, so he's also reaching his normal level, and 4 players have 2 assists. So it's good that multiple players can give assists in my team. Player ratings. It's never good when your goalie is the best player in your team, and this is the case here. Bakero, starting goalie, was 7.8. Barcenas CB 7.4 and Valdivia CB 7.3. So it really shows, the defense is doing really well. That's not the problem. It's the attackers. And the Wolf as this backup right mid with a 7.5. So he is really performing very well. Again, I might consider him as a starter. So what is then the conclusion? That we have very good defense and a super bad attack, which is really underperforming the XG by -5. Luckily, the opponents also underperform with the XG, so that shows again that the defense is well. So the very short conclusion is that we just need a lot of goals, and maybe we have to change the tactics a little bit more to make sure we get those goals. Okay, time to look at the player progression. Okay, here you can see my squad and the progression. There's a new button added, which is really nice in the progression screen. So you can click on current season and easily see this season who has progressed, who is doing well. Luckily, in Magos in my team, 4 players have progressed, and also 4 of them are starters. So Mirzievski, our best CM, got a +1. That's very great. Tafani, also 2 shooting extra, 96, so he's really approaching Ba's level. So that's great, 90 rated now. But Senas keeps progressing also last year, got an extra defense, but also passing and dribbling, one of our best players, so that is nice. And Just has really made a lot of progress. 3 pace, 3 defense extra. So he's now becoming another starting CDM. First I put Sloan there, who also is making some increases, but less. So that's great that 4 players have progressed, and there's also some other +1s here, and they're also mainly starters. Okay, so now it's time to look ahead to the second half of the season. So we have a big task ahead. It can only get better pretty much. We are really underperforming, so we can only play better. I think it cannot really get any worse. The first 2 matches are against Joga Bonito and Visa London, and they are both 5th and 6th, so they are better teams than us. So it's maybe also good to experiment a little bit against them, maybe try a bit more risk to see if we can get some points there, and then get ready for more important matches, such as against Samba, who is 8th, that's a direct rival. Then again Barcelona and Bisciona, super good teams, Atletico, OM Legends, very good teams. But then Manchester, Varians, Naples are almost the last matches of the season. So then we are playing against our direct rivals. So we have quite a lot of time, you could say, to maybe experiment a bit with tactics and see if against the bigger teams we can get some points. And then we really need to perform against Varians, Goldfeathers, Manchester, the 3 bottom teams that come later in the season. So tactic-wise, I think I'll try to set it up a bit more like last season, making sure more direct, more balls to Ba and Tafani, who are great finishers. So they should just receive crosses, so maybe again more crosses, more direct. They should get the ball and finish. And then Just is now definitely the new CDM with that extra increase. Quesada, what I said, I might start playing the Wolf there. He's also much better in defense, you can see. So, but also super fast. He's like 97 pace. He's way worse at dribbling and worse at passing. So I might start playing the Wolf more in against better opponents, and then Quesada when I need his dribbling and passing against better teams. So the right mid I might start playing around with. The rest of the team well, not usually Diaz, I would play Diaz there, is pretty much, I will keep the same. I also experienced with captaining the goalie, but he's already doing very well, so I will keep the defenders. Captain, make them a captain, the worst defender, usually. So, in conclusion, is it fair? Okay, do it again. In conclusion, is it fair that the Hankies are out? I think definitely it's fair. The Hankies are out. We are underperforming. We should do much better, especially our attack. Luckily, the cup compensates a little bit for this bad performance, so there's still maybe a bit confidence from the board and the fans, but we really need to step it up. Looking at the second half of the season, we're first facing pretty much top half teams. Hopefully we can steal some points there, and then we really need to perform against the lower table teams, the direct rivals. So let's see how that goes. Stay up to date by subscribing, liking my videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.